welcome back to 7 Days of Legs. Today is day 7, the last day. Congratulations for making it this far. You rock. Today we're going to be focusing on our toe point. Toe point is great because that way, no matter how far you are in your splits, it just looks extra fancy. It's great. So our first exercise is a stretch for the top of our feet and our ankle. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to start this one on our knees. Then we're going to bring one leg up and put our toe knuckles on the ground like that. Quick note, I am going to show you how I do this one, break down the steps, and then I'm going to show you a bunch of variations. So if you're looking at my foot right now being like, what? Bear with me. So step 1, toe knuckles on the ground. Step 2, we're going to take the same side hand as the foot that is down and just cup the heel. So we'll cup the heel and then push forward. Not sure if you can see, I'll kind of exaggerate it here so you can see what I'm doing, but here we have it. When I give it that push, I'm pushing forward, so I'm getting a little bit of extra stretch in the top of the foot and in the ankle. While I'm here, I'm really gonna make sure that my ankle is staying right below my knee. So we wanna make sure that it looks like this, and we don't have any wiggling going on, because that is just not good for your ankles. So I'm gonna do it on this side. Toe knuckle down, cup the heel, and push forward. If you find it's really hard to keep this straight here, then give it a little bit of extra direction with the hand that's holding the heel. If you're comfortable balancing here, you can even hold the side of your ankle with your other hand. Just give it that push and make sure you keep this alignment. Now let's talk some variations. If your toe isn't curling all the way like this to get the knuckles onto the ground, that's not uncommon. This type of thing is not super common. So if it doesn't get all the way down and you're pretty high up, don't worry about it. That's totally cool. You're still getting the stretch. So take that curve to wherever it is, and if you're having a hard time balancing or even just getting into that position, then grab yourself something like a yoga block. Or if a yoga block doesn't do it, then even a chair beside you can help you balance. So if I was doing this with a yoga block, I would do the exact same thing. I curl my toe to wherever it is, and then give it that little bit of extra push. So when you are doing this one, I recommend having your hand on your heel, push, and then like ease off a bit, push, ease off a bit, and then do a longer hold right near the end. I'd say this one you're good for about 45 seconds to a minute, and make sure you do both sides. Our next exercise is toe rolls. We're going to begin sitting down. We're going to point our toes. So nice point here, thinking about lengthening the top of the feet as much as possible. And then we're going to go into a half point, which looks like this. From here we come into flex, half point, and back to point. Quick note about the half point. If it's really hard and it feels super weird, don't worry. Learning how to comfortably get into that half point takes some time. It's a bit of a practice, you know? What I like to think about for my half point is sending my toes up towards the ceiling and almost kind of reaching out with like the ball of my big toe. The ball of your big toe? Mound of your big toe? Whatever you want to call it. I think about reaching out with this part and sending my toes up towards the ceiling. So we want to do 5 whole rotations of this. A whole rotation would look like this. Point, 2, 3, half, 2, 3, flex, 2, 3, half, 2, 3, point, 2, 3. And if you feel like being an overachiever, you can do this with your quads engaged. For the sake of just figuring out that toe point and half point and really activating these parts of your feet, you don't necessarily have to do the quad engagement, but if you feel like being an overachiever, then you could do this with your quads engaged. That is going to give you those super straight legs. And if you have hyperextension, then they might raise. If you got it, If you don't, that's not weird. So what that would look like with your quads engaged is point, half, flex, half, point. Again, that quad engagement, not mandatory for what I want you to do, just an overachiever variation and a hell of a quad workout. So once you have done 5 whole sets of that, point, 2, 3, half, 2, 3, flex, 2, 3, half, point, that's 1. Then we'll do our splits. So, see you in a minute. It's time! 4-hour splits. Are you so excited? I'm so excited. Let's do this. So, we'll begin prepping, starting, as is tradition, on our bad side. Take that leg forward and counting down. 3, 2, 1, go! Keeping those back butt muscles super engaged the entire way down. Really mindful where your weight is coming down. You want it through that front sitting bone. Check your core. Check your shoulders. Maybe do a quick check of that back leg. Back butt muscles, keep working. And point your toe. Just keep doing that round of checks. And remember that square hips is a continual process. So you're gonna keep doing those rounds of checks. And if you catch anything slipping, don't get mad about it, just fix it. Almost there. And that is our minute. We'll come out of that, bounce it out, shake it off, and prepare for your other side. Are you ready? I'm gonna assume you're ready. I'm gonna count down. 3, 2, 1, go! As always, back butt muscles work the entire way down. Weight through that front sitting bone. Point your toe. Check your core. Check your shoulders. Keep doing those rounds of checks. And then tell me your deepest, darkest secret. I've had a lot of coffee today, okay? Keep working that back butt muscle. Make sure your weight's coming down to that front sitting bone. Check the core. Almost there. And that's our minute. Wow! Woo! Bounce it out. Dance it off. Give yourself a high five. Congratulations for making it all the way through the 7 days of legs. Thank you for joining me every day. You're badass. Cheers.